What's up everyone? Palworld's version 1.0 update drops July 10th, and it's bringing new bosses, new pals, and the biggest meta shakeup since the early access started. So before all of that lands, we need to lock in exactly where the game stands today. These are the 10 strongest pals in Palworld right now. Number 10. Jet Dragon and Xenolod. Jet Dragon was genuinely one of the strongest pals in the game at one point, and Xenolod might be the best looking pal in all of Palworld, period. So why are they at number 10 instead of higher up in the list? Because of the damage multipliers, just haven't kept up pace with everything above them. Xenolod is fast, flashy, and Omega Laser still hits like a truck, especially to big hitboxes pal, like raid bosses in short. But outside that, the numbers fall short. Jet Dragon issue is structural. He's purely a dragon type, and there is currently no pal in the game that boosts dragon damage. His missiles attack can still do real work, and he remains one of the best mounts available, but without any typing support behind him, his ceiling is capped. Still a great pal, just not a top tier one anymore. Number 9. Bastigor and Blazamut trio. Right back into a tie, these two are close enough in strength and kit design that splitting them didn't make sense either. Bastigor is one of the strongest ice pals in the game, and the combo of Glacial Impact into Diamond Rain hits like a truck. Blazamut Ryu, meanwhile, is just simply a better version of the regular Blazamut. He's Dragon type and Fire type, Brawn Impact and Beam Slicer were already solid, and his exclusive skill Eternal Flame pushes him over the edge. Different elements, but same energy. Both of these pals can end fight in a hurry. Number 8. Frostallion and Frostallion Noct. I'm grouping these two together because splitting them felt pointless. They're that close in power. Frostallion Noct edges out the standard Frostallion slightly overall, but both brings a genuinely nasty freezing kit, and both have excellent base stats to back it up. I mean, Frostallion in itself have double Blizzard Spike and Blizzard Spike. That's just a triple Blizzard Spike, if you see. Yeah. But the biggest shared advantage might just be that they both can fly also, which means you can dodge a huge amount of incoming damage simply by staying mobile. Neither one has defining gimmick, they're just consistently reliably great, which is exactly why they've held their spot in the top 10 this long. Number 7. Neptulius. Neptulius is the strongest water type pal in the game, and it's not close. His passive ability isn't anything special for combat, but barely matters once you see his exclusive skill, Halasonic Laser. It hits hard, covers a wide range, and combined with his already strong base stats, makes him a legitimate DPS pick anywhere in the game. Add his exclusive passive Lunker, which boosts his water attack on top of all of that, and you've got a pal with a real no bad matchups in his own element. Number 6. Shadowbeak. I don't care what anyone says, Shadowbeak is one of the strongest pals in the game, and Shadowbeak was the strongest pal in the game when it launched. And the legacy still matters. His stats were already excellent on their own, but the real story back then was Dark Wisp. Yes, the same Dark Wisp that's a craftable route today. There used to be a glitch that let players actually catch tower bosses, and bosses had exclusive moves their wild forms never got. Dark Wisp was one of them. Auto tracking, brutal damage multipliers, completely unfair for its time. And then there is its own exclusive skill, Divine Disaster. The auto aim attack is so good, they made it a sequel. There is one more, Divine Disaster 2. They both have a skill, and it's exactly as ridiculous as that sounds. If it were up to me, Shadowbeak would still be sitting at number 1. But the meta has moved on, and a list like this only works if you're honest about where things actually stand today. Number 5. Xylene. I'll be honest, I went back and forth here. Plenty of you are going to say Xylene deserves to be one spot higher, and you might have a point. On paper, her base attack is actually lower than Fenglo Lux's, so if the list was purely stat based, she'd be much further down. But Xylene is a dual neutral and dark type, with Air Blade in her kit and Moonlight Beam as her exclusive skill, and that combination alone earns her a top 5 spot. But my personal favorite is her kit Star Mine, which might be the one of the best attacks against Alpha Pals and raid bosses. I mean with anyone with big hitbox in general. Bring a Silene based team into a raid boss fight and you will dominate. And riding her mounts boost both dark and neutral damage at the same time. That's a build defining bonus. Number 4th, Bellinor. Bellinor currently has the highest base attack of any pal in the game, and on top of that she's a dark type. The type running the entire meta. Honestly though, her base attack isn't even the scariest part of her kit. Her exclusive skill Nightmare Bloom is one of the most stylish attacks in the game. Multiple hits, a built-in teleport, and enough flair to make most of the other animations in the game look lazy by comparison. And because of Nightmare Bloom is both her natural move and her exclusive skill, you can technically string two of them back to back. Personally, Ilnor is my second favorite pal in the entire game. Number 3, Noclem. Noclem is actually really good. He just doesn't need any type of typing to be terrifying. His exclusive skill, ability, Steel Guardian mode, can double his attack and defense for a stretch of time, turning him into an immovable object and an unstoppable force at the same time. But to really use him till his full potential, you should feed every fruit in the game to him, making him do immaculate damage in every type. If you build and max out Noclem, you're looking at close to 11,000 attack and over 6,000 defense on one pal. At that point, he's not a specialist, he's your all-rounder. Your answer to almost any matchup in the game. Number 2, Hertalis. Hertalis just got added into Palworld, and he might be the biggest glow-up neutral has ever received. For context, neutral type has always been underdog. Early on, Dark Laser flat out outclassed Pal Blast, so the game tried to fix the type by introducing Silene and a signature Holy Burst, which for a long time was the strongest attack in the entire game. Then Hertalis showed up and casually made the conversation irrelevant. His exclusive skill grants a shield strong enough to push the so-called legendary pal like Sylvages straight out of the conversation. And let's be honest, Sylvages has been underwhelming for a legendary for a while more anyway. But the real headline is Purifying Light, his exclusive skill. The damage multiplier on that move is absurd. I fully upgraded mine and one-shot every single tower boss up through Victor and Shadowbeak, including Victor and Shadowbeak. Hertalis is basically the Oppenheimer of Palworld, and he also have two more exclusive skills, Sacred Rain and Divine Ring. He might be the single best all-around pal in the entire game. Number 1, Felbat. Felbat is number 1 because of his typing end kit, not raw numbers. Dark type is dominating in Palworld right now, obviously, but Felbat's ability Lifesteal technically isn't even unique to him. Lavandra has the exact same one, but put them side by side and Felbat wins on typing and on stats. Same gimmick but better execution. Here is where it gets unfair though. Take a fully max defined Felbat, add up to 5 max defined Goffins for support, use Terra Prisma, stack some attack accessories, and you've just built something the game probably wasn't ready for. At that point, strong doesn't really cover it. You're just basically... And that's currently the top 10. The pals putting the most work in Palworld right now, before everything potentially gets rewritten on July 10th. 1.0 is bringing new bosses, new pals, and there's a real chance this entire list looks much different from a month from now on. And if you want an updated version of this list second 1.0 goes live, make sure you're subscribed because we'll be doing that exactly. Until then, happy hunting out there. I'll see you in the next one.